can learn everything you need to know about how a person moves through a luxury hotel. Because it's not by how much money they've got, but by the energy. I'm sat in a W in Barcelona right now, and I love people watching, seeing the different people that walk through. Some people walk through trying to prove that they belong here. Others just glide through, like they built the place, like they own the place. And the difference isn't wealth, it's alignment. Because the truth about luxury isn't about money. It's about energy. It's about how you carry yourself, how you treat people, how you operate when nobody's watching or when you think nobody's watching. And when you learn to live like the people who walk like they own the W, high standard, calm presence, world-class energy, and you stop having to chase success and you start attracting it. And I'm going to explain how this can feed into every area of your life and how you can build these aspects into your life so you can start magnetizing it. So I'm Lewis J. Murray, high performance coach and creator of the Alignment Blueprint, and I help high performing men realign themselves mentally, physically and financially with 3 M's: mindset, movement, money, to become truly unfuckwithable. And if you want the system that helps you rebuild every area of your life from the inside out, then comment on this video, align, or click the link in the description because it's completely free. But enough of that, let's talk about what the W in Barcelona can teach you about becoming world class in business, in leadership, in your relationships, and ultimately in life. Because the W doesn't compete. If you don't know about the W in Barcelona, go Google it. 5-star hotel, amazing, because it creates a category of one. Look around this place. There are hundreds of hotels in Barcelona, and none of them feel like this. When you walk in, and instantly the energy just changes. It's calm, it's ambient, the music, the scent, the lighting, the confidence and the smile of the staff. It's not just a hotel, it's a luxury experience. And that's your first lesson. Stop trying to be better and start trying to be different. Let me say that again. Stop trying to be better and start trying to be different. Because most high performers are just obsessed with competition. Who's ahead? Who's richer? Who's fitter? But the elite, they do not compete. They create and they collaborate. Because the W doesn't lower its prices to match the hotel next door. It definitely doesn't lower the prices, let me tell you. It raises its standards until it becomes completely untouchable. Apply that to your own life. Stop undercutting your self-worth. Stop negotiating with your potential, because you don't need to fit in. You need to just keep elevating and moving forward and growing until imitation of you becomes impossible. That's exactly what I mean when I say unfuckwithable. If you've seen any of my videos before, you'll hear me talk over and over again about becoming unfuckwithable in the 3 M's: mindset, movement and money. Because that's the power of having seamless systems. Because you can just sit and watch how this place runs. There's no chaos, no overwhelmed staff, even though there's so much going on. Just motion. The moment you walk in, there's a good flow. Front desk to concierge to your room. Every process, every person, every detail just syncs together effortlessly. That's how your life needs to operate. Because most high performers, yes, they're productive, they get stuff done, but they're not efficient because they're constantly reacting, firefighting and scrambling. And then they wonder why they're exhausted. The W doesn't try hard, or it doesn't seem to try hard, and the people in there don't seem to try hard. It flows because the systems are refined. If your systems are broken, then your piece is always going to be the collateral damage. That's exactly why in the Alignment Blueprint, I teach men the power of the 3 M's: mindset, movement, and money. Once you start to get those aligned, your whole entire life just starts to become seamless. You start to operate like the W does in Barcelona: high functioning, intentional, and elegant under pressure. Because that leads me on to the next lesson. People come for the view, but they stay for the feeling. Honestly, the feeling cannot be matched in here. Because here's what most people get wrong about success. They chase the visuals and the optics instead of the vibes and the feelings. Everybody loves the rooftop pool at the W. The view's absolutely insane. And what's people coming back isn't the skyline. It's the feeling. It's the calm confidence, the sensory detail. It's just a sense of belonging. Everybody feels like they're at home here. People smile at you like you're a family member. And that's exactly how it works, or should work, in business, relationships, and leadership. Because people might be attracted to what they see in the first place, but they stay for how you make them feel. That's exactly the same in relationships. I'm sure you can think of a few examples. Because if you want to be magnetic, you need to stop trying to look successful and start trying to feel aligned. Because when you're at peace, on your purpose and on your mission, and your energy starts to speak louder than your words. That's why some men can walk into a room and everybody just feels it, they're aligned. grounded, real, because they're built that feeling. Like I say, you can't explain the feeling of this kind of place until you've been to it and experienced it yourself. And that's exactly what creates demand. Which leads me into the next lesson, which is the art of controlling environments. Because the W here is a masterclass of environmental design. Because everything here is engineered to influence your mood, to lift your vibration, to make you feel good. The lighting, the sound, even just the texture of the furniture. You feel calm, you feel comfortable, you feel powerful, you feel present, you feel luxury. Because they understand your environment dictates your energy. High performers often just sabotage themselves by working in chaos, cluttered spaces, constant distractions, toxic people, and then you wonder why they just feel drained. Because you can't live a high performance life living in a low vibration environment. Let me say it again, you can't live a high performance life living in a low vibration environment. So you've got to create your space the way the W creates its lobby. Every sight, every sound, every smell, every sensation, it should lift you up and pull you forward. You should feel like you're stepping into the future every time you walk into your office, your gym, your home, your living room. Your environment should mirror your identity. Let me say that again, your environment should mirror your identity. That's how you become consistent. You make greatness your default by setting. If you've got systems and an environment set up for you to be great, it can't not happen. Because service is the ultimate power move. When you're here, you watch the staff, how they talk, they move, they anticipate what needs doing before you even speak. It's not servitude or slavery, it's mastery. Because they know something that most people never figure out. Grade A service is strength. Because when you serve people with excellence, your clients, the people in your life, you elevate your energy. When you take pride in the smallest details, you start to rise above mediocrity. That's why in every area of life, whether it's coaching, fighting, creating, business, I treat it like hospitality. I serve people so well that they feel it in the soul. Even if I just make them smile or make them laugh or boost them up and make them feel motivated about life. That's how you become unforgettable and unfuckwithable. Not by being louder and screaming louder, but by caring deeper. It's ironic, the higher your standards for service, the higher your status becomes. And that's the true paradox of success. People think we need to be louder, do more, be obnoxious, but it's so not true, because luxury is simplicity done perfectly. Because people think luxury means complicated and fancy, but the W is the complete opposite. It's minimalism done right, clean design, crisp sound. Every detail is completely intentional, and that's a huge lesson for high performers that are drowning in noise. Because your power doesn't come from adding more, it comes from removing what doesn't serve you in the first place. Because you don't need another fancy app, another planner, another productivity hack, another podcast. You need some fucking clarity. Because luxury is about doing less and doing it better. It's about being so confident in your focus that you stop trying to impress and start trying to express and become your greatest version of yourself and share that version of you with the world. Because in your business, your brand, your habits, start to strip away the excuses. Keep what's essential. That's what creates distinction. I always say KISS, which stands for keep it simple, stupid. Because energy speaks way louder than status. Because in a place like the W, you see it all: CEOs, influencers, athletes, wannabes. Some have millions, maybe even billions, and then some are definitely just pretending that they do. But here's the thing, your energy doesn't lie. You can spot the ones who are genuinely successful versus the ones who are just performing. And the real ones are calm, warm, grounded, smiling. They don't need to flex because they already embody it. They're rich and aligned within their souls, so they don't need to prove it. That's the difference between achievement and alignment. Let me say it again, that's the difference between achievement and alignment. Because when you're truly aligned, your success is silent and your energy becomes definite and unignorable. And that's what I teach inside the alignment blueprint. Because most men are just chasing validation, not their vision. And that's why they stay stuck in the same loop of burnout, of anxiety, overwhelm, and empty wins. Because you don't need to prove, you just need to be and become. It's about building the best version of yourself and sharing it with the world. That's what power is. Because every detail matters because you matter. Because the W doesn't cut corners. They care about every angle of the lighting, the way it's hitting off the floor, care about the stitching on the towels, and even the tissues in the toilets are incredible. The way the music transitions between floors, different moods, different ambiances, because every detail matters, because standards matter. So if you want to build something world class, whether it's your business, whether it's your body, whether it's just your life in general, it's the small details where the work is really done. And this doesn't mean being more complicated. It's KISS, keep it simple, stupid. It's how you show up when nobody's watching. It's what you eat when nobody sees. It's how you talk to yourself when you fail, or when you fall down, or when things go wrong, because it's always going to go wrong. Things are always going to go wrong. That's what separates the elite from the average. Because mediocre men think results come from motivation, feeling good, but aligned men know that results come from standards that are stuck to consistently. The way you do one thing is how you do everything. Let me say that again, because it's so simple but so true. The way you do one thing is how you do everything, because presence is the new power. Sitting here right now, I've been looking over the Mediterranean Sea. Now I'm sat here in the lobby, and it hits me. The wealthiest people in this hotel are not the loudest. They're the most relaxed, calm, present. They're sat here happy because they're not glued to their phones. They're sat there soaking in the life, because you can tell they've built the kind of success that allows them to be. They've got so much money in investments that are making money while they sleep, while they sit there and drink cappuccinos, because presence is power. Most men are so caught up chasing more that they never taste what they've actually built. And that's why they stay broke internally, because even when their bank balance grows, they don't feel it. They need more, because when you're aligned, you realise that presence isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Because if you can't enjoy your success, you're just living and performing in a fancy prison with Wi-Fi that you've made yourself. But if you've made the prison yourself, then you've also got the power to break out of that prison. So it's about taking radical responsibility for your life. Because the W here doesn't apologise for its standards, and neither should you. This place definitely doesn't discount itself to make guests feel comfortable. It sets a ruthless standard, and it expects you to rise to it, or you're not welcome through the door. That's the energy of alignment. So stop lowering your standards for people who haven't earned access to your life. Stop explaining your boundaries. Stop apologising for expecting more from yourself and from others. Just because somebody's been in your life since school, since whenever you've known them years, if they haven't got the right standards, they need to level up or fuck off. Because you're not meant to be liked by everybody. You're meant to be respected. Because when you live aligned, your life becomes an invitation, not a negotiation. People either rise up to your frequency, or they're going to quietly fade out. And that's how you protect your peace. And that's how you build an unfuckwithable life, bit by bit, brick by brick, day by day. When your systems compound, you know that it's just going to keep getting better and better and better over time. So before I leave you to go get some food, I'm going to be looking over the ocean, eating my fat steak. I just want to remind you that this video is not about the hotel. It's about you. It's about the standard that you hold, the systems you build, and the energy you bring. Because luxury isn't found, it's earned. And when you operate from alignment, mindset, movement, and money, your entire life becomes a 5-star, 6-star, 7-star experience, an unfuckwithable experience. You don't need the W or luxury hotels to feel rich. You just need to live like it, intentionally and confidently, with a smile on your face and peace in your heart. So if you're ready to build a life that feels luxury from the inside out, click the link in the description. Get the free download of the Alignment Blueprint, and if you're serious about a big, full transformation, a life-changing transformation, book a power hour breakthrough call with me. The link's also in the description, where we'll go deep into where you're at, exactly what's holding you back, and create a daily, step-by-step plan to get you aligned and completely unfuckwithable. Because real luxury isn't in the view, it's in the vibration. Let me say that one again, because that's a gem. Real luxury isn't in the view, it's in the vibration. So click the links in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Let's fucking go.